It is a women's bantamweight showdown between Holm and Ronda Rousey. Arguably the most dominant champion the women's game has ever seen. Enter former UFC women's bantamweight champion, Ronda Rousey.
Just the biggest star in MMA up to Conor McGregor coming here, taking over. Ronda Rousey was just truly something special. Ronda Rousey was just one of the biggest stars mixed martial arts has ever seen. From the debut in Strikeforce with the quick armbar to Jean LaBelle holding a stopwatch every time she fought. Yeah. She just had that star feel, and she had enough to share. She didn't need to use it all on herself. She could give something to me, she can give something to this guy, this guy, and there was enough. A massive fight star, a massive movie star, just a mainstream star is Ronda Rousey.
All right, so here's the longtime Jackson Wink MMA staple, former UFC women's bantamweight champion Holm. DC, she's got the highlight of all highlights. She'll be looking to produce another one here tonight.
That night she knocked out Ronda Rousey was absolutely insane because Ronda Rousey was still riding super hot. Nobody thought she had a chance. Set up that beautiful head kick just because, as always, Holm will follow a game plan to a T. One of the smartest fighters in the entire UFC. Uses her brain, her skill, and her footwork in order to set traps for opponents, and then she strikes and strikes to finish the fight. Holm is a phenomenal fighter. And
when her back has been up against the proverbial wall, she comes out and dominates someone like Megan Anderson, as she did back at UFC 225. Holm chasing further greatness here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a judo wrestler, holding a professional record of 12 wins, 2 losses. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Venice Beach, California, presenting the former UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the World, Ronda Rousey! And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a boxer holding a professional record of 13 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Holly, the Preacher's Daughter! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Murgliata.
Dan Murgliata.
You ready?
All right, here we go with round 1, the classically trained striker versus the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. And a lot of people believe if she can get off with the hands here early, it could be a quick night at the office.
Yes, she has to use her hands. She has to be fast and has to really make a point to not be kicking too much, because this Jiu-Jitsu player, this lady, this female who has a black belt in the highest order, will be trying to time those kicks to use them to lead into takedowns. She's got to fight behind her jab, fight behind the hands, and make sure she does not get reckless, because the moment this fight hits the floor, this is where the Jiu-Jitsu fighter wants to be. That's a big strike right there.
All right, so again, the fighters clinch here. Kind of had an inkling we'd find ourselves back in this situation.
Absolutely. Both of these fighters love fighting chest to chest. The uglier the fight, the better.
She continues to circle towards the left. And they separate. Switching stances here. All right, so no surprise. Once again, we find ourselves here in this clinch situation. We'll see who can advance.
Who's going to be the person to dictate the pressure? Who's going to control the engagements from this 50-50 position?
Rousey gets in the clinch yet again. Oh, and she connects there. Beautiful punch.
Great punch, but what's next? What is she going to use to follow it up?
All right, so the fighters are in the clinch again, DC. I get tired just watching these situations.
It's exhausting. This is a position where you are constantly great actions to get to that takedown.
Hey, there it is, her first takedown of the fight. She told us in our fighter meeting Thursday, at some point I will take her down. She didn't expect it to take this long, but here it is.
She really had to work to get this first takedown, and she never gave up on herself. Continued to press, continued to shoot, continued.
Looks like she's trying to set up a submission now.
Attacking armbar.
Oh, we're getting a finish here. And this might just be a matter of time. And there it is.
Oh!
Yeah, no doubt about it. That is some opportunistic grappling right there, and nice finishing instincts as well. You see a lot of fighters get the dominant position, but aren't necessarily able to lock up the choke or force the tap. No problem with her as she gets one of the bigger wins of her UFC career. All right, so that's the end of the round. Lot to like in there, DC, particularly when it comes to her offensive wrestling.
She's evolving, right? She's gotten better. She did not have this skill set before. Now you watch her, and she looks like an Olympian. She looks like a girl that can wrestle at the highest levels. She scored so many takedowns in that round. Her wrestling coach must be very proud.
So there she is, your winner by way of submission. A huge result for her here tonight. And you got to think that'll mute some of the naysayers she had coming in.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Rigliano's called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 35 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Ronda Rousey!
How about this young woman as the celebration is on? She sat down in our fighter meeting and she told us, to a man, to a woman, I'm going to submit her at some point in this fight, and that's exactly how she gets it done.
That's exactly how she got it done. She knew where the fight needed to be. And the moment she got a chance, the moment she got the submission locked in, she latched on that thing like you wouldn't believe it because she knew it was her chance. This is my moment to get my result. She did exactly that, got the submission win, and on to the next.